Hi, I'm Emily Powell. When my daughter was 2.5 years old, she was diagnosed with B-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia, or ALL. Leading up to her diagnosis, she had been sick with various illnesses, was starting to experience tremendous fatigue and some joint pain. And we were worried, but I think I was in denial that it could possibly be leukemia. So initially, my first reaction when we received the diagnosis was, wait, what? This is not happening to us. This is what happens to other people, but not to our family. And then it quickly turned into, okay, we prayed for an answer and this is the answer. So what do we need to do? And so from a very early time, the diagnosis had a big impact on my mental health and the mental health of our family members. There's just a tremendous amount of anxiety and uncertainty. It's a very, very stressful time managing all of the appointments and giving drugs at home every single day that made my daughter sick and miserable in order to heal her. Also, the worry and anxiety over the success of the treatment and constantly wondering if she would relapse or if it would work, if the chemo would work and her little body would heal. The hypervigilance of germs and constantly trying to control bringing any germs into the household that could hurt her, skipping out on events that we would otherwise normally do as a healthy family because I was concerned about exposure to germs. And there's also a great deal of anxiety making sure that the rest of the family members are okay, that the healthy siblings, my other daughter, that she was fine during my youngest daughter's treatment, or maintaining a marriage during that time. These are all really stressful and anxiety-producing things. And there also is a level of pain experienced with survivor guilt, quite frankly, walking this journey with other families and them not having the same success that our daughter had. That is terribly painful to even fathom, that another mom, just like myself, had a very different outcome through the same diagnosis. But the mental health impact during treatment is only half of it, because at the end of treatment, you celebrate that there's no more chemo and you're expected to ease your way back into normal life, and you're expected to treat your child like a healthy child. And at times that's really hard, because even though the rational mind says everything's okay, she's healthy, she's fine, sometimes the body betrays you and you experience some of that same anxiety or pain or sadness that I felt at the beginning of treatment. So I think there is a level of, there's adrenaline that carries me through my daughter's treatment. And then when the adrenaline wears off and things get quiet, and our visits to the clinic with our doctors and nurses who became like family, because they're really the only ones who understood what we were going through. When those visits were fewer and farther between, that became the really challenging time mentally. So I think that families and caregivers like myself could be supported first in knowing that they're not alone, that this is something that happens to a lot of people and it's a natural response. I think that it would be great to support them by allowing them to connect with other families and that have successfully been through treatment, and just providing the resources to help them, especially with the late effects that are constant. There's late effects of the chemo that are a constant reminder of what my daughter went through. Anytime I see those symptoms or manifestations of the chemo, so being able to manage that and support her well, that's how I can be supported.